the box? What's in the box? No, okay. So, hello there. I'm actually here to ask you a question. Where do you see yourself in 55 years? Well, dead might be a reasonable option for some of you, but actually those that are 30 and maybe a bit younger, sorry for no offense, Dr. Schumer. Those that are 30 or maybe a bit younger have actually pretty good chance into reaching into their 80s. And with the great age comes great responsibility, great medical bills, some back pain and dementia. And that last part concerns me and my research in particular, because more than 25% of people who reach their 80s are going to experience dementia. And currently there's no cure for it, there's no way to prevent it, but maybe, just maybe, there's a way to hide it. Curiously, several studies have found that some people, although they have all the pathological brain changes of dementia, have none of the signs and symptoms of dementia whilst they're being alive. So how can this be? Well, let me tell you a story about memory. So, actually when we remember, when we build this construct of our knowledge, you can imagine it as a big messy hotel. And yeah. So everybody's living somewhere, there's a special floor for the sounds, special for the shapes, and very importantly, there's the hippocampus. He's like a very nosy receptionist who knows who lives where and who's been sleeping with whom. And he's like a bouncer, because if he doesn't let you in, you don't get to go into memory. If he's not there, nobody gets in and barely anybody gets out. And with time, actually, this building gets a bit demoted, you know? Because of some genetic factors, because of some bad lifestyle choices, the building becomes sort of wobbly. But if you start out with more neurons and with more synapses, you can actually sort of compensate for that. So how do you get more synapses and more neurons? Well, I'm glad you asked. Well, I'm glad I asked. Because you do that by stimulating your brain. And how do you do that? Well, first of all, it's pretty important to do some linguistic challenges, such as reading. You have to challenge it with some, let's say, sensorimotor exercises, like doing sports. And of course you have to remember every now and then to do some psychosocial activities. That is, of course, a rubella. Well, anyhow, that's what's important for everyone. What's important for scientists is to remember we need to research not only the drug interventions, but also the non-drug interventions, because any success that we have in competing with this disease, even if it's small, it has a large social impact. Thank you very much.